on your original cost of purchase by buying at a lower rate later. So now they're gonna say, here you bought it at 10 cents, here you bought it at 5 cents, now you're at 7.5 cent cost averaging over time. And over time, when that gets to 14, now you made way more money than you would have did if you'd have just left it at the 10, went down to 5, and wait for it to go back up to 17. Any other questions?
Yeah, I was going to ask, would you advise, I know that certain companies offer their employees stock. Do you advise people to go that route?
Depends on what company you work for. If you're working for a Fortune 500 company, yes. Let them pay for your stocks. Let them give you those stocks. Take them stock options. My friend, she worked for Apple for a long time, maybe 8 years. When she first started, they offered her some stock as some type of bonus. She took it. Y'all see what Apple has done over the last 8 years, and when she quit them and she resigned, and they gave her a check, maybe $18,000. And she didn't really have to put no money in there because they gave it to her as an option. So if you're working for a large company, they're one of the Fortune 500 companies, T-Mobile, Apple, Amazon, take them stocks that they offer you. They're gonna be worth it in time. Stop waiting for the money to come right now. No money is gonna come right now to you. It's like a 10%, probably less chance that you're gonna put $10 on whoever, and tomorrow it's gonna be $1 million. That happens not very often at all. GameStop was an anomaly, and there's a new thing now, like stocks and coins and all this is a whole new market. For people who used to know stocks and have a lot of stock knowledge, it's not the same market anymore because now the average person can invest. Before it wasn't like that. You needed to have like $5,000 to invest in TD, Ameritrade, to start investing. But now the average person can take $10 out of their bank account and invest. What do you think that's done to the market? It's not the same market anymore because people aren't on the same educational level, but they're able to, it's called speculative investments. And that's why you have to be a little bit more diligent and really do your homework on these companies and watch them over time because things change and people are doing where they invest on the news. That means when you see like Tesla sold 1 million cars, and then a lot of people try to jump on Tesla and they'll get on there and then it's gonna drive the price up, but it's an artificial price drive because they're waiting for it to go up for you to put your last dollar and you're the last one in, and then it's gonna drop down so fast. It's gonna drop down so fast that on a lot of these platforms, you're not even gonna be able to get your order in fast enough to get out before it goes down. So speculative is not the best way. Any other questions?
Can you tell us about how you diversify your portfolios, like investment-wise, but also just in other assets, like you put it all in stocks?
I try to do things that I believe in. That's the advice that I got from Warren Buffett. He doesn't invest in companies that he doesn't personally use and he doesn't believe in. He has an Apple phone, so he's invested in Apple. If you're one of those people and you're an Apple head, invest in Apple. It ain't gonna hurt you to put a few $100s on there, and that's gonna keep going up. It's undoubted. Other than that, I say invest in other sectors that you see are on the rise. Electric vehicles. I invested in a company that recycles the batteries for these EV cars because eventually we're gonna have to turn those batteries over. What are we gonna do with them? Some companies are already on the innovation side of what's going to happen with the next turn of technology. Invest in those companies, but it's going to be a long investment. I'm thinking like, it's been 2 years, I'm thinking about 5 years before I see my return on that, but I invested $500. So, but I'm hoping that $500 is going to be $2,500 in 5 years.
Something you don't need.
It's something I don't need, but when I get it, I'm going to be happy. Okay? Any other questions?
Yeah, you mentioned something about penny stocks. Did they really cost a penny?
They were less than a penny. It was 0.00017 when I got it. But when a company loses a zero, you're looking at times in your investment by 10 when a company loses a zero. Some of these companies, you know, that was the pink sheet. They're kind of getting away from that with stocks. But coins are still doing that. You'll find coins that are like worth 0.00017, and then it'll shoot up to 0.0017, and now you done made a few $100s overnight.
So you can invest for 1 penny. You have to do multiple.
Yeah, you buy like 1 million of them, you know, and it costs you $500. But then once you get the multiples and it goes up, that's real money. I was kind of scared at first, the first times I did it, and I was like, when I pulled that money out, I wasn't scared no more.
Sound about right.
So, you know, I would say, try it. Once you get your success in something like that, you'll get your feet wet and feel more, you know, more confident in your investment strategy and more confident in, you know, knowing that you can go without that few $100s for a few months to see what it's going to do to get you a return. And once again, if y'all have any questions, most of y'all know where to reach me. I'm Charieseblue on Facebook. Get my inbox. I got a phone number too. I'm going to give it to you guys. You ready? 719-551-1760. You can text me if you have any stock tips, because I like stock tips too. Any of y'all want to be my friends, don't get in there and send me no weird pictures. Just send me a stock tip. You know, we're going to be best friends for the next 3 days after that. So, yeah. Until that stock dropping, I'm going to be like, see, I knew y'all couldn't trust her because...
What's your number again, please?
719-551-1760. Any other questions? You're the best. Thank you.
Keep it going, keep it going. Is this you? Keep it going. Let's go, y'all. Now, y'all see I got my notes. Like, I hope y'all got your notes, because she gave a lot of info up there.